Ready now? Go? Okay. Hey, how's it going? I'm Austin Griffith. I'm going to do this kind of like armpit mic thing so I can talk at the same time that I type. I want to introduce today a couple of concepts. The main important thing is Scaffold-ETH-2. Scaffold-ETH-2 is a modern tech stack for building decentralized applications. If you've used Scaffold-ETH-1 before, you know it has the same experience. You're going to have a contract. You're going to have a front end. It kind of auto-adapts to your front end, but it also makes it really easy to deploy apps live once you're ready. The cool thing I want to show off to add to that today is npx create ETH. So npx create ETH is a new command that we have that will spin up a Scaffold-ETH-2 environment for you, but it also gives you a little bit of choose your own adventure, and it has a templating system with it. So I'm going to start with that. Hopefully the Wi-Fi holds up and we get something built here. Let's see, I'm going to try to build an optimism attestation app or something like that. I'd like to go live with it. So I did an npx create ETH at latest. That's going to give me the latest code. And then op attest, I guess, is what I'm going to call it. And I have the choice here of hard hat or Foundry. It's up to you. Either one works. I'm going to try Foundry today, and we'll get that installing. So while that's installing, it'll take just a second. I kind of want to just shill the build guild just for a second. So the build guild is a DAO in Ethereum, and our job is focusing on developer education and onboarding with a kind of combo move where we build a lot of little prototypes and stuff like that. So I just wanted to show off buildguild.com. If you are a builder thinking about getting into Ethereum, you should check out Speedrun Ethereum. This is our first call to action here. Speedrun Ethereum is a way where we take Scaffold-ETH and we build a bunch of common components within Web 2 or with Web 3, including like a DEX and a multi-sig, but also simple things like a token vendor and a staking app. It really shows you the types of things that you can actually build on Ethereum. Instead of trying to use Ethereum like a database, it really teaches you here's how to actually use Ethereum, and here are things that you actually can build with it. And it really helps you kind of speed run the aha moments. And then Scaffold-ETH-2, right? That's what we're going to be talking about today. And then down the kind of tail here, we're supporting up-and-coming high-impact devs. So we spend a lot of time looking for these up-and-coming high-impact devs, and we try to give developer UBI, we try to stream to them, we try to host hacker houses. So that's my shill for the build guild. Let's dive in and build this thing. So we're going to cd into the directory. I've already done the npx. This is the first command, npx create ETH. Now I'm going to cd in, and let's see. The first thing I need to do is do a yarn chain. That's going to fire up our Anvil chain, I think, in Foundry. And then I'm going to get another window going, and we're going to do a yarn start. If you used Scaffold-ETH before, this is very familiar. That'll give us our front end, right? Now, over here, we can do a yarn deploy, and this is going to deploy our template smart contract to our local network and really give us this nice little environment where now we can kind of tinker around, we can build, and we can test our assumptions. So let me open up the code here so we can see that. Hope this microphone is loud enough. It seems like it's working. I'm hearing a slight enough echo that I think I've got the mic working here, the armpit mic. Okay, so you'll notice two packages that install, either Foundry or Hardhat, and then Next.js for your front end. And then so you'll dig into Foundry to find your contract. And this kind of just comes with a nice little template contract. There's a ton of stuff here. Let's go tinker with it in a second. And then here's your front end that sort of will auto-adapt to your smart contract. So if I click over to debug contracts, this is the cool screen I get. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add one little thing to my smart contract over here. We're going to have some address public boss, and we're going to set it equal to, and I'm going to go grab my address from my front end and just paste it in there. And let's just deploy this. I just want to show the develop loop, the feedback loop that I want you to get into. Let's just do another yarn deploy. So what we're doing here is we're editing our Solidity, and our front end is auto-adapting as we do that deploy. See how we have that new boss there? So now if I had some function here like set boss, right? Hopefully the AI just handles it, thank you, for me. And then we go ahead and deploy that again, right? So we're in this loop where we're like testing our assumptions, we're trying things, we're seeing how we want the Solidity to work. And then over here we get this new feature, right? Let's set, me to the boss. Oh, whoop, we'll need some gas first. Gas is right here. This little button here grabs you funds and send, and now I'm the boss, right? So you can kind of tinker around with Solidity. You can figure out what you want to write as you're writing it. You can figure out how it works as you're writing it. I think it comes with like this greeting, it's a greeter contract, right? It has a change greeting event and it has some ownership pattern stuff and some withdraw stuff. Just a handful of little things in Solidity to teach you about data types and things. But I think I'm going to just kind of clear this stuff out. Let's see. Oh man, I'm probably gonna regret doing this, but I'm going to just pull everything out of here. And what I wanna do is just make like a quick attestation app. So let's see, we'll have a mapping from an address to another address. And basically, this will be my cold wallet. So what I want to do is I want to build an app that I could give to you today that you could open up and it will have a hot wallet, but you'll be able to type in your cold wallet and hit go. And I'll have to send you some optimism to get that to work. You'd have to have optimism in your wallet, so I don't know exactly how we would do this, but let's just go with it as an app to build, right? And we're gonna need some function that allows you to set your cold wallet, right? There we go. Yeah, so for the message.sender, yeah, very, 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 very simple app here. And I think this isn't going to deploy because constructor arguments or something. It'll yell at us. Yeah, okay. So then I need to dive into my deployment here. Depending on if you have Foundry or Hard Hat, this will be a little bit different. But what I'm gonna do is, let's see, take out this argument here. And then I'm going to probably carve out some stuff in my test suite too. I don't want to do any tests. I want to get straight to it. Let's go. I need to deploy this thing. Okay, let's see if it goes. Oh, one more thing. Wait, where is that? Is that a test? Wrong argument, functions. Oh, it's right here. It's right here. Sorry. Okay. So let's say we've built our contract, we've tinkered with it for a long time, we've got it working the way we want, we've got basically this contract that let's see what it does. So it lets us look up some cold wallet and then we could set some cold wallet, right? So this is my hot wallet here, and if I wanted to set my cold wallet to Vitalik.eth, I should be able to just hit send there, and then if I go look up the cold wallet for this address, it should be Vitalik.eth, right? And then if I update it to atg.eth and then go check, okay, cool. So it's just kind of like a little storage record for a hot wallet or whatever. Obviously, you guys are the Solidity developers. You'll figure it out from here. You guys can write some awesome Solidity. The app will auto-adapt to that. It will get you this far, but you'll probably want to eventually build something more like this example UI where it looks a lot nicer and you can dig into this and you can find all the hooks that we have. We have tons of hooks and components available. I will try, let's see, I'm going to try to make just a tiny little bit of UI here. Okay, so this is our home page and I'm gonna carve that out just a little bit. You'll find that you spend way more time writing React than you do writing Solidity, which is really sad when it comes to building decentralized apps, that we have to spend more time on our front ends than our smart contracts, but you will sometimes. So let's go look at pages. I think there's a home page here. Let me just carve a few things out of here. Oh boy, that's probably too much. How about to there? One more. All right, and then I hit save and our home page should probably disappear. Cool. And so let's see. The first thing I usually do is I do like a use account from WAGME, right? I use WAGME's use account. Whoops. Looks like it already imported it. That's what I want. I don't even know what comes in from that, but that's what I want there. Yeah, there we go. So now this is the address, right? And if I throw that in here, we should see the address that I'm logged in as. Is that right? Yes, very cool. Okay, but this is super ugly, right? This is, whenever you start building an app, you see a lot of this, right? Someone has a 0x, blah, it's just sticking out there, and it's just ugly and it's bad HTML. So what you can do with Scaffold-ETH is you can use some of these pre-built components that we have. Check out this address component, right? If I bring that in, and set the address to address. I don't think I want any of this stuff. I think my AI is being a little bit extra. There we go. So now we have this nice address component. And when I click on that address, it takes me to the block explorer. Or when I have a nice little copy button. I have the nice little blocky there, right? So all of these components come out of the box with Scaffold-ETH, should make your ability to tinker with Solidity a lot easier and also build out apps. So we've got our address there. what I'd like is almost like a QR code. Let's see, do I have a QR code? No, I don't think I do. I don't think I'm gonna do that. Okay, so let's say you're logged in as your address, but then you need to put in a new address. So let's do an address input. That's a different kind of component that's gonna require some state here. Let's see, so we're gonna say, yeah, we're gonna need some use state here, right? We're gonna need a, let's see, we'll say value equals new address, and we'll say on change is set new address to new address, and a nice little placeholder. Yeah. Now, is it smart enough to know that I want that state right there? Yes, thank you very much. That's so awesome. And then, oh, we need to import this. Yeah, all right, rad. So did we get it? Nice. So now I can put in atg. Oh boy. What was that? On change. Oh, I think on change is just set new address. Let's try that. Oh man, I don't know what I'm doing. There we go. Okay, so our address component is there. It has that nice like ENS preview. It has a nice blocky preview. I think maybe the internet is not working or something. I don't know why it's not resolving the ENS, but there's also an ENS there. Okay, so I don't know why it's doing that. I'm not sure. I feel like I almost want to pull that UI out and just deploy this thing. Let's see. So, and we're going to need a button, right? So we have an address input. We're tracking the address. Now we need one other thing. We need like a button in our app that calls a function on our smart contract. And that button will have probably some class. I think that's it. How does that look? Oh yeah, there we go, we got a button. And we say save, right? So now we've built like a UI that says you're logged in as this person. Wow, we should really use some spacing here, but it's not happening. I'm just gonna have an ugly UI, sorry. So we have like our logged in account, then we have some other address that you can enter, and then we have a save button. And now what we want to do is have that save button call the save function on our contract, right? So what we need to do is create a new hook, or we're going to use a hook called use scaffold contract write, and we're going to write to our smart contract using this hook. So Scaffold-ETH, along with the components that it comes with a bunch of these handy hooks that help you write to your contract. So our name is contract, our method, it's not set address though, is it? What's the name of our function over here? Oh, let's use autocomplete. We've got TypeScript here. It'll tell us. Okay, so let's go back to our index page here. And let's go right to this spot right here. And I think if I put in a quote and then, I wonder which one of these it is. It's like a key command that I don't have. Okay, damn it. We'll look at the contract. I wanted the autocomplete to work, but I didn't know the key. Okay, so it's set cold wallet is our function. So we're going to call set cold wallet in our function and arguments. Why does it say method? Maybe it's function. Maybe it's not method. Should really give me better hints. Okay, I think it's function name. Yeah, oh yeah, there, that's what I wanted. Okay, and then when I do this, does it give me the autocomplete? No, it doesn't. Lame. It should normally, I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Okay, so we're gonna go to our wallet, we're gonna set the cold wallet to whatever this new address is that we're tracking, and then this is, there. Control space, that's what okay, so if I do control space right here, tell me it says set cold wallet. There we go, okay, it was control space, I couldn't find it. There we go. Now it's auto-completed. Okay, and then we get in here and we control space, and we're looking for the write async function. There we go, and we'll set that to set new address. There we go. Okay, so we have this function called set new address, and we want to have that happen on click of this button, right? So the on click of our button will be set new address. Ooh, it's not liking it. Why not? I'm not sure. This is also weird that, let's just say do set address, just in case I'm doing something weird with like the function or something. Yeah. Lowercase? On click needs to be lowercase? No way. The do set address? This? I'm not sure. I'm not sure what I'm doing wrong here.
It's probably the mouse manipulating that's causing the typing.
Let's see if it actually does it, right? Let's see if I do atg.eth and I hit save. Oh, it actually does it. What the heck? So it's just giving me an error? Oh man, okay. One other thing I want to do is just read from that. We have time to build this. Const, something's going to come in. I'm going to use a use scaffold contract read because I want to get the current value. This is the same way. It's going to have an object. You'll do contract name. You'll do function name. Let's figure out, let's see, control space. Oh, maybe I need to bring this in. Yeah. Now if I control space here, yeah, my cold wallet, that's what I wanted. Okay, and I don't think there's any arguments. Save that, and this would be the data, and it'll be called my cold wallet. And then we can display that. So we'll have an address that shows our address. We'll have an address that shows our cold wallet. We'll have an address input that lets us put in a new wallet, and notice it's not set yet, okay? So then if I say, let's see, reload, make sure this looks good. I don't know what that is. If I do atg.eth and hit save, we should get a transaction, and this should update to atg.eth, but I don't know if it is. Cold wallet. I don't know why it's like yelling at me for this stuff either. Okay. Okay, so
Are you sure you want to read like a function name?
I wanted to find the cold, well, yes, it is a function name because it's a getter, right? So I want to read this function right here. This, right? It's that mapping. So I'll pass in, oh, so I'll have to pass something in. It's got an argument to it, right? There's an argument here. There we go. This needs to be address, I think. Okay, there we go. And then if I say, I switch my cold wallet to my punk wallet, maybe. Yep, there we go. Okay, and then it should update that. Okay, perfect. All right, we have our app built. Sorry, it's so slow. So you tinker around with your smart contract. You spend a lot of time getting, writing Solidity, tinkering with it with this debug page, figuring out, okay, how is this going to work? How do I want it to work? Then you lean into writing some UI. You'll build a beautiful UI. This is my best UI I have for right now. It still looks nice though. This still looks nice than like a crappy HTML thing. Like some spacing would be nice, but basically you have this nice like address thing. You have the nice address input with ENS avatar if it would load. So you have a nice front end. You can tinker with this, but now it's time to deploy it, right? Let's ship this app all the way to production. So the next piece is we need to put our smart contract out on an L2. And I'm going to go ahead and just comment this out. I don't think we need the console log stuff. There's probably a bunch of stuff that comes with that. Let's just do one last yarn deploy locally to make sure it's going to work. Okay, we're happy. Okay, so now it's time to deploy to probably Optimism. So I'm going to say yarn generate, and I need to create an account. This will be my deployer account. I'm going to do yarn account, and it's going to give me a nice QR code. I can send it some Optimism. What do you think, $10? How much does it cost to deploy a contract on Optimism? $10 is probably pessimistic. I should have been more optimistic. It's probably like $4 to deploy this little thing. Okay, so now I'm assuming this dude has some optimism, and I'm going to do a yarn deploy. Okay, now this is, we're still working on, there's like a little bit of difference between if you pick hard hat or Foundry. If you pick hard hat, you do have to do -- network and then your network. But with Foundry, it's just yarn deploy and then our network. So I'm going to yarn deploy optimism. Woo, pray to the demo gods. This takes a little bit right here. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, hey, it's happening. It's going. This is good. We may have an app out on Optimism. Okay, and there's two things we have to change. You have to deploy your live contract, but you also have an app, and you have your app pointed to a network, right? So what we need to do is point our app at Optimism. You'll notice that when I click any of these buttons here, they're going to the local blockchain, the local block explorer. So our contract has to go to Optimism, but then our app has to be pointed at Optimism also. So there's a Scaffold-ETH config file in your, it's right here, it's in your Next.js folder, but this is like kind of your, you can control things here. Two things I'm going to control. I want to set burner wallets so we can use burner wallets in production, and then I want to set this to Optimism. There we go. Okay, now just by hitting that one save button, the whole app changes over to Optimism. Now when I click on this address component that we had from earlier, that's going to go to the Optimism block explorer, right? So you can point your whole app at the other network by just changing that one value. Okay, so we should have a contract out on Optimism, and we should have our app here that's pointed to Optimism. And let's test, ooh, I'm going to have to send some money to this dude real quick. We need to send some Optimism to this dude's account. Let's see. Oh man, how do I change the network in
It's on the left.
super intuitive. Okay, and then let's see, where's Optimism here? There we go. All right, and then I want to send a little Optimism to this dude. Sure. Well, that looks better. That used to look worse for Optimism because it had the two L2 fees. I guess they combined them somehow. I don't know. Okay, so now this dude should have optimistic ETH in a second. He should be able to update his cold wallet to atg.eth. Let's see what happens here. Oh, burner wallet making a transaction. Could work, could work. Ooh, you know what? I also want to change my polling time to like 5 seconds because Optimism is a lot faster than mainnet ETH. Oh, it logged me in. I don't want to do that. I want to still have that burner wallet. There we go, and it is set to AustinGriffith.eth. Okay, so I was able to use my burner wallet, and I was able to set my cold wallet. I was able to use the app. Okay, we got like 10 minutes left. I'm going to get this thing out there even quicker. So now, we've deployed our contract. It's on Optimism. We want to yarn, Vercel, YOLO, prod. Yeah, I'm just going to do that. Sure. No, let's create a new project, right? No. What is this? A test or something like that? Yes. Okay, cool. So now my app is going to compile down and get uploaded to Vercel, and we'll have a URL that other people can go visit, right? And that would be really cool if you guys could open up your phones, go to the URL, and attest, but you'll need Optimism on your phones, which is going to be tricky, probably. Next demo, I'll think of something where you don't need gas. I'll do a gasless demo where you can just open it up and hit a button. But the goal here is to go from tinkering with a smart contract to I have a live app on an L2 that I could give to my friends and they could use. And we'll get there as soon as this Vercel goes up and we can tinker around with it. Let's see. Overall, Hopefully I've made it clear, like, Scaffold-ETH-2 is a really good new tech stack to use. If you're building apps with your smart contracts, if you're tinkering with smart contracts, if you're just getting in and learning, dive into Scaffold-ETH-2 and try it out. Speedrun Ethereum is going to be using Scaffold-ETH-2 right now. I think it's still on Scaffold-ETH-1, but we're upgrading it as fast as we can. And so come visit buildguild.com. Come find all of these resources. Speedrun Ethereum if you want to get started. Scaffold-ETH-2 if you're getting into building more apps and you'd like to have like a front end deployed for folks. With Scaffold-ETH-2, we were able to kind of tinker with our smart contract. We were able to test our assumptions by poking at it with this nice debug screen. All these nice handy components come with Scaffold-ETH-2. Then we were able to deploy our contract, kind of build a little crappy front end, and then, we were able to hopefully put our app out onto a live network, but we're waiting on Vercel now, right? It's got to build it and upload it to Vercel, and I think that's going to take just a little bit longer. So I can be open to questions now too, if you guys have any questions about anything. Mainly check out Scaffold-ETH-2, go speedrun Ethereum, hit up the Build Guild if you've gone through all of these things and you're looking for your next steps. Usually what happens is builders go through speedrun Ethereum, then they go and they build like a DEX and a multi-sig and some more complicated things. Then either I reach out or someone from the Build Guild reaches out and we get them on a call and we start like a mentorship session where sometimes that involves developer UBI or some kind of like streaming ETH to a developer. Sometimes that's just connecting folks. But here we go. Here's our production app. And it gives you a burner wallet. So if you go to opattest.vercel.app, let's see, I'll go to ETH build real quick. This is an old build I showed off here in Paris like 5 years ago or something. Yeah, what I want to do is get this QR code though. I always use it for QR codes now. There we go. So if you were to scan that with your phone, let me see if this works. If you were to scan that with your phone, you should get an app that lets you connect your wallet. Yeah, so that's the thing we just built, right? We should be able to connect our wallet. If you don't connect your wallet, if you just go there with your phone, notice I enabled burner wallets. You don't usually do this with a lot of apps, but I do have a burner wallet there that is already logged in. So what I need to do is like get money to this burner wallet, which luckily I can copy paste money around, but you will probably have a harder time on your phones. I have this here. I bet I can just do something like that. Yep. And I can send this dude $5. Okay, cool. So I went to the app. I got a burner wallet on the app. I sent 0.0026 optimism to that burner wallet. Now I'm going to go to the app and I'm going to say atg.eth is my cold wallet, and I'm going to hit save. And after some time, it should set that as my cold wallet on a live app that I just deployed on a live L2 network with real money, using Scaffold-ETH-2 in like 20 minutes. So this can really help you speed up your process. It can help you prototype quickly. It can help you get a Web3 prototype in your users' hands faster. It can help you tinker with things. There's a lot of fun stuff coming out of this stack, and I just want to make sure you guys know about it. There we go. Yeah, it's set. So I think that's it. I think that's my whole thing. I think I'm supposed to go to like 3:30 maybe. I don't know how much longer I'm supposed to go. But 5 more minutes, yeah. But yeah, just open to questions now. If anybody has any questions or anything else you'd like me to do.
This is awesome, like super sick. I am curious if the scaffolding, I think personal effort might have done with this, but I'm curious if the scaffolding is templated, like so that Next.js is not the only thing that you are using as your like modern UI language. Personally, because I like really am into Svelte lately, and I kind of want to jump on that train. Yeah, so we don't have a Svelte version, so it's not as templated. Like it's pretty opinionated in terms of we didn't use Svelte or Angular or any of those. But there's a lot of things that, like, I don't know, dig into it and maybe we can work on a Svelte version. Like reach out. Yeah. That'd be great. My DMs are open. Let me know. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, I had a similar question because this one is using the next page router, and I guess this is the outdated version.
Okay.
Because the new next version, the up router. So like in terms of migration to,
Okay.
to the newest version. So maybe do you offer like a chance? So currently, when you want to start the next project, you are offered with an options to actually like put everything in source folder, choose between the routing options. So like it would be good. I mean, the same thing that he said.
Yeah,
Like
okay. So like
provide
there's
an options
question,
like
where there's the option for hard hat
Yeah,
Foundry, how about an option for
Yeah.
for different front-end libraries?
Yeah, both
sure.
frameworks, but both the version of routing regarding Next or setup of the project. Maybe it would be cool like to see in the upcoming version.
For sure. So you're saying not even Next, but just like I want the latest version of Next, and you guys don't have it yet.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because it actually offers.
Cool. Yeah, we're scrambling to get Foundry in here. We'll get Next. We'll get the next version of Next soon, though. It'll be there. But I see what you're saying. Yeah,
but the
definitely.
same thing as he said. Like,
Yeah.
I know people that
Yep.
work with Svelte, you know,
Yep.
or Svelte Kit, yeah.
Yep.
So okay, for sure.
Are you guys on, are you using VM?
Yes. We just moved to VM. Yep.
The like
WAGMI.
full 1.0?
Version 1 of
Okay,
VM.
that's
Yep. Which is cool because like when you're looking for like how do I do this thing, you can just go to the WAGMI docs and look, or the VM docs and find that stuff too. So yeah, yep.
For the UI components, are they more like headless style, or how customizable are they? Like, let's say
Ooh.
you have a tailwind and you want to.
I can go show you one. I don't know the answer of that, like how customizable they are. If I go to components and I go to Scaffold-ETH and I look at this address component, it looks like this, but I don't know exactly. It's probably not using any templated headless. It's probably just. Oh yeah, it's Tailwind and Daisy UI is what we're using. Yeah. Oh, that's okay. Okay. Cool. Sorry, I don't even know how to answer the question. Luckily, so the cool thing is I built the version 1 of Scaffold-ETH. Version 2 of Scaffold-ETH is built by much better developers than me, and they're much more meticulous, and it's a lot harder to PR junk into it and stuff like that, right? So this is just a much cleaner, nicer stack. So that's why it takes me a little bit to find the right questions. But yeah, this is like a Tailwind thing there, isn't it? Yeah. Cool. Anything else? Yeah.
Are there more kind of like objectives or missions, whatever you want to call it, in speedrun Ethereum since V1? Are you guys like expanding that?
So, this is cool. I'm glad that you asked that because it's something that I usually share on a call with people once they get past the speed run, but I'll just share it with everyone anyway. If you scroll way down here, there's this like little tech tree thing right here. And this is kind of like my next thing. This is like we're working on this ETH dev tech tree where it's like, yes, the speedrun has 5 or 6 challenges and that's cool, but what you really need is like a whole tech tree of things, right? And we like this is a crazy. Let me see if I can zoom out of here. Yeah, this is like a Charlie crazy. It's like a Miro board right now. Oh man, I don't know what the buttons are to move. How do I move in a Miro? Oh, whatever. Oh, there we go. I can just, okay. Yeah, this is definitely like this giant tree that I have of like different builds in different areas, depending on like, all the way from apps to tokenization to infra to UX to like, down to the mempool and stuff. And then I've rebuilt this a couple times. Oh man, this is so hard to navigate without a mouse. There's zoom. Okay, and then I want to zoom back over here, I think. But I have this area, yeah, it's right over here. Yes, right here. Okay, I'm so close. There we go. Okay, so speedrun Ethereum, build your own CLI. There's like a handful of things that we're building this into a tech tree. So you see some of the challenges there, but then there's a whole bunch more challenges, right? Like go figure out a price feed from from Chainlink. And then once you have a price feed, then you know how to do decentralized lending because you can do the feed with it and have the liquidation, right? So yes, but it's on its way, but there's like this crappy version here in this Miro board that's like here are the bunch of next challenges past the speed run that you can do, but they're less curated than the speed run is very well curated. There's like a Telegram chat for each challenge. You can ask questions in there. This is a little bit more open-ended. It's like, hey, go explore price feeds on Chainlink, and that's about all that it gives you as a description, but it's like as a builder in Web3, you need to know how to do that. So it's like, I've got to get all of these things in here and send people to do this. Here, I can probably zoom out and get a better, it's not very good. This is not a great format, but probably next year when I present here, I'll have a beautiful tech tree that people can follow through. the Ethernaut Code Arena, yeah, it kind of ends up out here, right? Kurta, a lot of cool new challenge stuff, or up here with ZK Research and Dark Forest. But yeah, more challenges coming to the speedrun soon in the form of ETH Dev Tech Tree. Anything else? Awesome. Okay, thank you guys.